চুল কত ঘন টেস্ট করতে চান? 1 মানে পাতলা চুল, 2 হলে মাঝারি, আর 3 মানে ঘন। ওহ,
To get ChatGPT Pro Client with new O3 model on Windows, press Windows button +R, type PowerShell and run it. In the PowerShell window, type this command and press Enter. Wait a few moments for the installation process to complete.
Well, that's gotta be malware. This TikTok account, called the Shell Shield, has repeatedly been posting videos and clips to install cracked software for things like ChatGPT, Office 365, CapCut, Adobe Premiere, Photoshop, and all these different things, but they're all lies. And these videos have like thousands of views. Some of them have over 100,000 views. What they're telling you to do when you press the Windows key and R on your keyboard to open up the Run dialog box lets you run a command like PowerShell. And you open up and you enter IWR, that's an alias for invoke web request, to download contents from the internet. When you pipe it to IEX, another PowerShell alias for invoke expression, you're executing and running arbitrary code on your computer. You don't know what it's actually doing, and in this case, it's installing malware. Let me show you. I'm inside of my Windows 11 virtual machine, and if I were to open up the Run dialog box with that hotkey, Windows and R on my keyboard, if I were to open up PowerShell, I'll full screen this and make the text a little bit bigger so you can see. If I type in IWR, that's trying to run the commandlet invoke web request to download something from the internet. So let's try to go to one of those URLs in a web browser, like Firefox. Say we went to that website they reference in the video, like chatgpt.keytool.cc. Navigating to this in our web browser actually tells us it's 403 forbidden, because the server is making sure that you request this via the PowerShell command. It's actually checking your user agent or the client that you use to connect to the website. And this IWR, as I mentioned, is an alias in PowerShell. We can see all the others with get alias, and there are tons of these. But IWR stands for invoke web request, and that IEX that it's piped to with that vertical bar character means invoke expression. That is the detonator. That's what's going to trigger.
Hypixel is the largest Minecraft server on the planet, with more than 32 million unique players over the last 11 years. Minecraft server on the planet, with more than 32 million unique players over the last 11 years. That's more than the population of Australia. You'd think that with that much at stake, their security would be almost impenetrable, right? Well, almost. Yeah, that's $9 million worth of gold. Surprisingly, he didn't donate that much. So how did he do it? The short answer is, he logged in as an admin, without their password and without their token. The admin in question did nothing wrong. This was no phishing attack. That would be far too simple. No, this was an attack specifically targeted and executed against the Hypixel network, meaning he could log in as any admin. To understand how he did this, we need to understand why it should have been impossible. Authentication. When you log onto any Minecraft server, there has to be some way for you to prove that you're you. Otherwise, anyone could log on as you and take all your stuff. Luckily, Mojang thought about this and implemented an authentication protocol. Basically, when you first load up the launcher and log in with your email and password, your email and password is sent to Mojang servers, who reply with a secret token that represents you for your current session, the session token. With Microsoft accounts, the process is a little more complicated, but still ends with the same session token being generated. This doesn't contain your email or your password, and is just a secret message that can quickly tell Mojang that it's still you, without needing you to type in your email and password every time you join a server. On the topic of joining, join us by claiming your place under 25k in our race to beat this impersonator pretending to be me. Looking at this totally real graph, you don't have long until that number gets bigger, and we all know that a bigger number is less cool. Back to the hacker.
Let the hacking begin.
Now, Mojang may know that you're you, but how about your friend's SMP server for your latest 2-week Minecraft phase? If you simply sent over your session token for the server to check it's legit, a malicious owner could then save your token, go to any other server, say Hypixel, and use your token to log in as you and steal all your Skyblock coins and items. That's not how it works. There's a form of encryption known as asymmetric encryption. where you have a private key that you don't share and a public key that you can. If you encrypt something with the public key, it can only be decrypted with the private key through some maths magic that I can't explain without my views falling off a cliff. It also works the other way around, where something encrypted with the private key can be decrypted with the public key, which proves that the person sending the message has the private key without revealing it to the receiver. The server creates a private and a public key and sends its public key to the client. The client generates a random number called the shared secret and encrypts that with the public key. So
I am up against a threat that even in creative mode seems impossible. See, I joined a server where at spawn is a giant slime with 1. .6 million health, and whoever kills it first wins a cash prize. But I'll be racing no, so I need to eliminate him first.
Do you have any food?
I have a spider eye. You want to eat a spider eye?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, please enjoy.
I'm dying.
Calic, no.